Hi everyone. So I wanted to introduce our next unit, which is going to be something that we work on throughout fourth marking period, whether we go back to school or we stay with remote learning. So this unit is my favorite and it's called the Memoir unit. And I think I told you guys that when I first started teaching and I got the job with seniors in January, and then around May comes and I'm looking at what they have planned and I see that it's like Puritan literature with seniors in May and June. I'm like, oh, this is not going to work. So I started to think about what a milestone graduation is and leaving high school, and how we're never really given the opportunity to just like stop and pause and say, wow, like, look at what I've accomplished and look at where I've come from and who I've become and who has helped me get there. So that's the purpose of the Memoir unit. So the first thing that we're going to do with the Memoir unit is we're going to talk about identity and what makes up your identity. So the first thing when we think of identity, we think of those two words, I am. And those words are really powerful. I am, we're told to tell ourselves positive messages, right? So if you're going through a difficult thing, you could say like, I am strong. I can get through this. I am brave. And what we tell ourselves, we believe. So it starts to become a part of who we are. So what are you? What is truly a part of your identity? And that's like our baby step to writing our own senior memoir, which we will eventually do. And then my favorite project that we do all year that we're still going to do is the senior memoir video. And now you guys have a lot more time to work on it. And I'm hoping that it's something that will be a little bit healing to you to complete, because it's my kids' favorite project of the year all the time. And it'll give you the opportunity to kind of reflect with your family, with pictures and old videos, and who were you and who have you become. So those are basically like the nuts and bolts of this unit. So we will be doing a little bit of reading with this unit. There's 2 books, and then like I have various media sources and like YouTube clips and TED Talks and songs and stuff that we'll use. But the 2 main books that we'll use are Last Lecture, which I have found online. So I will put a link in Schoology for the Last Lecture online. And this is a book that was written by Professor Randy Pausch. And he was a very established and well-liked professor. And then he was diagnosed with cancer. And it wasn't good. It was terminal. And he decided that he wanted to write down his life lessons that he learned before he passed away to pass on to his children. So he writes this book that is really like, the chapters are like 2 to 3 pages, because each one is a little life lesson that he learned. And he had a really interesting life. Like, he was actually an Imagineer for Disney and stuff like that. So he did a lot of cool things. So we'll read bits and pieces of that. And I do have that online. And then the other book is This I Believe. And This I Believe started off as an NPR radio series in the 50s, I believe. And then what it was regular people and famous people would come onto the radio station and read a short thing that they wrote saying, what do they believe in? And what you believe in becomes and is a huge part of your identity, right? So they would say, I believe in, and it's various things, like a million different things. So some people wrote, one I always read in class is, I believe that you should always tip the pizza delivery guy. Be nice to pizza delivery guy. And that essay, and when I say essay, I say it very loosely because it's only like, they're all 2 pages or less. And his point of that essay is be kind to everybody. Like, it doesn't matter if someone is of a lower place in society than someone else. It doesn't matter if you're talking to the CEO or if you're talking to the maintenance worker. Like, you should be respectful and kind and always treat people with dignity and respect. And then there's funny ones. There's ones about grief. There's ones about love. There's ones about patriotism. There's all different ones. They're written by teenagers. They're written by celebrities. They're written by past presidents. I always read the one by Jackie Robinson because it's amazing what he writes, because he says, like, I believe, like, this is a guy that was like spit on, and he was allowed to be spit on by his contract. And he says, like, I believe in the goodness of people, or else like I wouldn't do what I do. So there's so many powerful short essays in there. And the good thing is there's a huge website. So it's thisibelieve.org, and I'm going to post it and everything. and you're going to be able to find essays that interest you by theme. So we're going to read those. There's a couple that I'll have you read so that we can talk about them as a class, but then you're going to read ones that interest you. So all of these things are my favorite unit because this is the part of the year where we can finally take a step back from British Lit, right? We finished Macbeth, finished all the things that I'm required to do with you, the research paper and Canterbury and Beowulf, and we can finally say, okay, so now let's appreciate where we came from, where we're going, who I am, who helped to make me that way. And that's the whole part of this memoir unit. It's the memories of who you were and what helped you become the person that you are along the way. This situation with quarantine and with the coronavirus is extremely difficult. I am not having an easy time with this, and I don't think anybody is. I have days where I'm a nervous wreck, and I have days where I'm like, okay, like I can do this. But if I think too long in the future and I think, oh, I'm going to be doing this for a couple more months, I get extremely anxious, and you know that I can get really anxious. So this is really difficult, but this is also difficult things. I've said this all year, difficult things shape who we are, right? Challenges shape who we are. And you guys as a class are going through a huge challenge right now. So this all just works with this unit because to me, if you can really like reflect during this unit and say, I am, and I am who I am because of these people, and who are you, and what are your identity words? Who has made you this way? It's definitely your family. It's absolutely your friends. Maybe it's some of the teachers that you've encountered throughout your life. Maybe it's pastors or instructors or dance teachers, or there's a million different people that could have influenced you. So this is opportunity for us to look back and really think about what we've learned, what we believe in, who has influenced us, and who we're becoming as adults. So I just wanted to give you an overview of what this unit is and what to expect in this unit, and I'm really excited to get started with you guys. I cannot express to you how much I miss you. I wish I could just hug everybody and make it better. But I know that the district is trying, and we are going to get to celebrate you guys in some way, shape, or form at some point, in some way. And I truly miss you with all of my heart. And I hope that through this unit, we can really just kind of reflect a little bit. And it's a good thing. It's good for us to be able to do that and to be given the opportunity to do that. Okay? Miss you. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.